everybody, so today your home fun was all about writing proportions, and here's what I saw. A lot of people just tried to figure it out in their heads and they didn't want to do the work of showing it, but I promise you it will be so much faster and so much easier if you just each time set out a proportion that looks like this. So for every question, if you were to ask me, Mrs. Beaver, I don't know how to do this, I would say draw a line equals a line, and we'll go from there. So I'm going to do several problems with you just because some of these were tough. And so we'll go through them together and make sure that you pause. You don't just listen to me do it all and just copy my answers, but that you actually pause once you get things set up, see what you can do with it, and go from there. All right, so in class, I saw that most people did get up through at least number 4, but number 5 caused a lot of problems. So here's what it says. It says the ratio of oil to vinegar in a certain salad dressing is 8:5. How much oil must be blended with 7 liters of vinegar for that recipe? So if I look over here and I just set out my line equals a line, it's not bad. First thing I see is this 8 and 5. So I'm just going to write them. It honestly doesn't matter. You either write them up and down or side to side. Either way is fine. I always go up and down because I like that better. So 8/5. And so then I'm going to figure out the 8. Let's see. I'm going to go back here and it says oil to vinegar. So this is oil up here and this is vinegar. How do I know that? Because oil is first, vinegar is second, okay? Then it says how much oil, so I don't know the oil, but must be blended with 7 liters of vinegar. So the vinegar, where was the vinegar? Yeah, the vinegar's on the bottom, so the 7 goes down here. So if you had a number that didn't make sense, here's why. You probably put the 7 on the top. So I find that it's really super helpful to label what you've got where until you get what you're doing. And again, that will make things so much easier. I'm going to write an X up here. Then I don't see like 8/5, not nice, 5/7, not nice. So I'm going to use a cross product. What that means is I take and I go 8 times 7. So 8 times 7 is 56. Then over here, I've got equals 5 times x. Now some people have seen that, hey, to undo this 5x over here, I just divide. And so some people are just saying, hey, I don't need to write this all out. I can just do 8 times 7 and then divide by what's left. Either way, it's okay if you write it out the long way or just do it quick in your calculator. The one issue here I'm going to write up on top is that you get 56 divided by 5. Man, that's 11. In your calculator, it's 11.2, and people are like, oh no, there's not an 11.2 on the bottom. I know. So there are a couple things that you do. Either you see, hey, 5 goes in here, 55, with a remainder of 1/5, or you look at this and you say 11 and 2/10. 2/10 is 1/5. So 11 and 1/5. There you've got your answer. You look down here and you fill that in. All right, so we've taken care of number 5. Number 6 was another one that was a little bit of trouble. So the first thing I'm going to do, even before I read it, I'm just going to put my line equals line because it'll be so much easier if I just set it up that way. It will save you much heartache. So then I read the whole question. The ratio of the weight of an object on Jupiter to its weight on Earth is 8:3. How much would a 100-pound person weigh on Jupiter? So let's see, I see Jupiter and I see Earth. So I'm just going to label Jupiter up here, Earth down here. Now you might say, but I want to put Earth on the top. Well, okay. It honestly doesn't matter where it goes. You just label it somewhere, either up and down or side to side. So Jupiter, it says, let's see, Jupiter to Earth is 8:3. Now I've got to figure out how much would a 100-pound person weigh on Jupiter. So do we know what they weigh on Jupiter? We don't yet. That means the 100-pound person is on Earth because they die on Jupiter. So they're on Earth right now, but if we were just hypothetically seeing, there it is. So I don't see anything nice, so I'm going to cross product. 8 times 100. Then divided by what is left. I'm not going to tell you the answer because I want you to actually figure it out yourself. But do you see how you do the 8 times 100, that cross product thing, and then 3 times x, but to undo the 3x, you divide. So in your calculator, you go 8 times 100 divided by 3. And it comes out as a decimal, which means you're going to have to figure out which fraction goes with that decimal. So you always times across, divide by what's left. So I want you to try 7 and 8 on your own. If you want to pause the video, you could do that, or if you just want to hop to number 9 with me, that's cool. I saw a lot of people using scratch paper, and that might be helpful too. Look at number 9. A flagpole casts a shadow of 32 feet long. If a man 6 feet tall casts a shadow of 8 feet long at the same time and location, how tall is the flagpole? So this one, several people said, but it's all feet, so I don't know what to do. Good point. So I'm going to draw a picture. Here is my flagpole, and here is the flagpole's shadow. So it says the flagpole casts a shadow of 32 feet long. So where does that go in my picture? Yeah, 32 feet is right there. Okay, do I know how tall the flagpole is? No. So I'm going to call that X. Then I've got a little guy, and he's standing here. And so how tall is he? Good, he's 6 feet tall. And he has a shadow, and his shadow is 8. Okay. Now, can you set up your line equals a line? There's several ways you can do it. I'm going to say, hey, look it's kind of already set up the way it is. So I'm going to do the flagpole. The height of the flagpole is X, but its shadow is 32. So we've got height and we've got shadow. And then over here, the guy is 6 feet tall, and his shadow is 8. Now, you could have done this in several different orders as long as the 32 and the 8 match up, and the 6 and the 8 match up. All right, so then what do you do now? Yeah, pause it if you need to, or just quick go through. I'm going to multiply these two out. So my cross products, and then these two, which means really the 8. I do 6 times 32 divided by 8. Then see what you get for that. Number 10, line equals a line. 4 1/3 cans of water must be added to a can of lemonade concentrate to make 64 ounces of lemonade. How many cans of water are needed to make 96 ounces? So I'm just going to put lemonade on the bottom and cans of concentrate up there. Now, I could have done it a different way. I'm just choosing this way because it works for me. So, cans of water, 4 1/3. And what does that match with? 64. Good. Then it says how many cans of water are needed to make 96 ounces of lemonade. So where does the 96 go? Got it right there. So I multiply those two. Oh, no, I have a fraction. Yeah, that's fine. 1/3, what is that as a decimal if you're going to put it in? You do 1 divided by 3 and you get 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, on and on forever. So in your calculator, you should put in 4.333333333, as many as you can, times 96. Then what do you do here? Yeah, you divide by it. And when I do that on my calculator, you get something like 1.4999999999999. So think about that. You know you rounded just a tiny bit. What is 1.499999999 really super close to? Got it. There you go. So put that in. And if you don't got it, look down lower and figure it out. All right, number 11. It says, bronze is an alloy of copper and tin. That means they mix them together. If a certain type of bronze requires 0.3 or 3/10 of a kilogram of tin per 1 kilogram of copper, how much tin must be combined with 50 kilograms of copper? So what are the two things that we have? We've got bronze, right, but what is bronze made of? Tin and copper. Does it matter who's on top? No. Tin is just what I said first. So tin I have on the top. Let's see. If a certain type of bronze requires 0.3 kilograms of tin, so 0.3 per 1 kilogram of copper, how much tin must be combined with 50 kilograms of copper? So where does the 50 go? Got it. So we've got X up here. You could use a T. It doesn't matter. So multiply those two, divide by 1, and you get, yeah. So this really is nice. I'm pretty confident that you can handle the rest. There's just a few more. If you get them set up, that will help you lots and lots and lots. All right, so you have a quiz on this tomorrow, and I'm pretty confident that you can do it. Just keep working hard. Thanks. See you tomorrow.